Greetings, people of YouTube, and welcome to Offworld Trading Company. This is a RTS, but all about economy. So you know how RTS is generally all about economy? Well, this one is literally about economy. There is no combat, and this is made by the Mohawk Studios. I think that's the full name. Soren Johnson is the guy who used to work on Civ 4. I think he was a lead designer, and then he made this game as a part of his independent studio. So. It's in early access, it's on Steam, came out yesterday, and it is really exciting. It's, again, you know, it's an RTS, don't expect it to be anything else. It's kind of, it requires a lot of focus, that sort of thing, but it's a very interesting spin on RTS. And this video is mostly, it's a first look type video. It don't expect some kind of expert tricks and strategies or something like that. I only have a few hours of experience. But if you want to see like what makes this game tick, then you know you're in the right place. So we're gonna do a AI match today, and like an easy one, which is gonna allow me, because there's also multiplayer, and after you've done the tutorials, etc. In single player, you got a tutorial thing. Campaign I actually haven't even tried. I'm not sure how much it is implemented. Quick play is essentially a skirmish. And then there's the multiplayer. Multiplayer is a lot of fun, and probably the most fun you can have in the game, as in most games, at least in my opinion. I think the human opponents provide the best experience, which I was playing last night a lot, and was mostly ending up second. So again, don't expect me to be very good at the game. So we're gonna go to single player. We're gonna go to quick play. We're gonna have 4 AI opponents, and I'm gonna be probably gonna be on assistant level. This is like your handicap difficulty thing. I believe the AI are on the same level, if I'm not mistaken, but they are. But you can change your startup, so like how much things cost for you, what resources you start with, and I think your share price in the beginning can be also affected by that. That's my. It's essentially it's your difficulty level. So I'm setting it at like the second, because it goes intern, assistant, employee, manager, executive, vice president, CEO. I'm having a hard time winning against the AI on employee level, so manager is quite difficult. So I'm just gonna go with assistant so I can talk about the game. So here we go. Alright, I'm gonna pause quickly. So you start the game with the scanning phase, and then you choose which type of base you put down. You put down the base and you start building up your business empire. Stuff's happening on Mars, by the way, maybe I didn't mention it. And your ultimate goal is to buy out your opponents. See, I have, I think, $5.5 as opposed to everyone having $5 per share, and that's the difference. I think that's why, because I started with like a easier difficulty. So, and plus playing against the AI allows me to pause the game and say things I wouldn't be able to say during a hectic multiplayer match with humans. So we're gonna start scanning to see what resources we got there. So don't worry about the computer voice if you like. It's the first time you're experiencing this game. She's just commenting on what we're finding here, and I'd love to get some water somewhere. To be honest, it would be cool to find a water source, because our opponents are sure to grab on that opportunity. And you know what? I'm not finding any. What is this? Wow. Okay, this is pretty bad right now. Let's find some water. No, come on.
Medium levels of water found.
All right, I'm just gonna plop it down here.
Permits approved and cleared, sir. With Alpha 3 team reporting in. We will have the first factories up and running in no time.
Oh, and we have geothermal as well.
That would be useful.
Robotic colony found it.
And I'm gonna immediately upgrade. So I'm just gonna look a few things to begin the game with, and then I'll explain what's going on. You know what? No, since we paused, let's do it. So, after you scan out the environment, you choose where to land. And I was kind of rushing. I know, even though I'm playing as the AI, I can just pause. But I'm just got used to doing this with the human opponents. Then you choose the type of base you deploy. This is kind of the most default one, like jack of all trades. I think that's the expression. And then you have, I believe this is the scientific. This is the robotic. There's a robotic one, scientific one, and the scavenger one. I think that's the scavenger one over there. They offer their unique perks. Like one of them, for example, doesn't require robotic one, doesn't require food and water. The scavengers need carbon instead of steel, I think, to upgrade. And also, for example, the scientific ones can don't need to gather the resource. They can have product manufacturing facilities on the resource without having a separate one gathering it, and that way needing less claims, and also they're better equipped to deal with the sabotage, which is sabotage options are here. It's a black market, which I think it's not even opened yet. So what we need to do is we need to have resources, and then we need to sell the resources. This is the market. This is the free market. We're here. This is our companies. You can see Firewater Gasoline, that's me on the top, and then the AI opponents, Mr. Stock, Mr. Upgrade, and Mr. Balance. They're all male this time around. There's Ms. I've seen Ms. Entertainment. No, there's Ms. Balance as well sometimes, so it swaps around. So, and these are all the stuff you need, or, well, ideally, you would have all of it. So you need energy, water, food, oxygen, fuel. Fuel is mostly for other things that you produce and for your blimps that carry the resources. Unless you have a teleportation, but that's a completely different subject. Then you have iron, steel, carbon, chemicals, silicon, glass, and electronics. So I believe you can also see what the price of stuff in this specific game. See, food is very expensive off-world, and by near the end of the game, you want to be selling stuff off-world, and that's where you're gonna make a lot of money. So see, these stuff is gonna be quite expensive off-world, while steel and iron aren't. Chemicals are, but not by that much. Glass is kind of, it's 400 and in the middle somewhere, and electronics is pretty good for that as well. So if we go with a lot of food and water, even water, was it water as well? No, water's not very much, but food, like you need water for food. Then we should be okay. And there's not that much water happening around the map, so potentially what we would require is see, so we should get aluminium and steel at some point, but they're quite cheap off-world, so it's not a rush. And there's some aluminium right next to our base as well, and there's some steel over here. Okay, so geothermal is happening. That's going to give us power. I believe that is our claim. And now that we are also building the water, we should start considering building some food production. Do we have any more water? There's water here. Okay. Well, that's going to get expended. It's on pause. Let's see if there's any more water over there. There is. That water is probably not going to be enough for us, so we would have to get some more. Very important mechanic in the game is the upgrade, which grants you more claims. Is displayed here. It's your fund, it's your debt, and you spend from your fund. And if you buy something on the auctions, it goes directly to your debt. The higher your debt, the lower your share price. It's good to not have any debt, but it's not the end of the world. And you buy out your competitors by just pressing buttons here. And we have 2 claims available now, so there's no immediate need to upgrade. And I think we should start. What I kind of think, again, this could be a faulty logic here, but what I usually do is I go, okay, well, I should probably not be hemorrhaging money, so it's a good idea to start making your oxygen, your own food. Unless it's very cheap, then it's better to buy it, etc. Because it does cost electricity to build these things by yourself. So I'm just going to go ahead and...
High levels of water found. Colony expanded.
High levels of water found where? That's, of course, good to hear, but... Oh, this guy's flying over there. Oh, there's higher levels of water there. I do want to kind of have a lot of water, because I'm going to be using a lot of it. It's kind of convenient to have that. And then we use the lost claim to get... Actually, let's get electrolysis first. Food isn't that expensive right now. And you can put these things, I believe, the production things have to be adjacent to your headquarters, and they get adjacency bonuses. So if I were to, for example, build another one, I would get 50%. It doesn't show because I need more claims. And to get more claims, we need to upgrade, but we can't upgrade right now because we spent some money, and we would need to get more money. So we could, for example, sell water, make some money, and then we can upgrade.
New citizen, our domination grows.
And you can see that our claims went up to 6, which is cool. And now we need to... I'm going to try and pause, maybe not too much, to not make this into a bad experience for anybody. It's like, oh, it's taking too long kind of thing. So we do have a lot of water. This is going to become functional as well. And we should probably start thinking about getting food. I'm going to expand food over here. And we have a lot more power than we need, and we're selling off the extra power. And we do need to start getting aluminium, and we do need to start getting iron. Oh, there's very good iron spot there. Oh, that's the same mine, isn't it? So let's get iron from there. And we're having an extra claim auction. These come up like a random event sometimes. You can see the AI is bidding for it. So it's just gonna get you another claim, which is always kind of cool. Most of the time I do go for it, and I think they're gonna probably... Oh, they're gonna let me have it. Okay, even though I have claims, it's just that much extra you can build, which is always cool. So we're gonna get some aluminium now. I think just close to base, because I intend to connect these things. And I actually may connect them right now. This is carbon, so we would need carbon later. And not a very popular opinion, not a very popular way of doing things, but we're gonna do it anyway. And let's see what else can we have here. We can even just claim it, I think, for future. And that way they can get connected, so we don't spend money on blimps. So they get directly kind of piped into the base. We haven't used the black market yet, even though it's online, but I'll get to that in a bit. And we'll definitely be using it in this video. Okay, so we're accruing debt because I think our water levels are low. We're spending a lot more than we are making, potentially. Yes, we are. So we would probably need to get even more water. It's a kind of water becomes very cheap often near the end of the game, but because we are planning to sell a lot of this stuff off-world by building the spaceships here, we do need to kind of have our own supply. I guess have a good supply. You can look at it that way. But overall, our debt is decreasing because we're losing only $2 per water. We are not losing that much. We should probably start thinking about. We have not that much steel, even though we are accruing some iron, so we should build a steel mill, and technically we could do it right here and do like that. So I'm gonna go with that because we already have a claim there actually, so which is gonna allow us to have a second steel mill to speed things along. And see, that gets you a 50% bonus, which is cool. Other than that, and this saves us because these industries this mining is right next to the headquarters and connected to it. It saves us a lot of fuel, which we can sell off. And you can see there's a fuel shortage right now. So I'm going to wait for this to go up all the way to where it's going to stop rising. And I'm going to sell off the fuel and cash in on that. Hopefully that's going to keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Gotta keep moving. Okay, and there we go. It's a ridiculous situation right now because it takes 2 water to make food, but it's same price. But we also do need more water. Like we need as much water as we can get. Maybe I'm not thinking about this right, but virtual reality is cool. Technically, it gives you. That's cheap. I'll get it. If you do build a pleasure dome, or someone else builds a pleasure dome and you buy them out, then you get like double profit from pleasure domes. Oh no! Our water production just got EMP'd. So this is the black market I was talking about. We're actually gonna get another claim from the black market instead. So you can claim a protection for your facilities and then damage to others. It's in the middle. I was gonna build water anyway, so actually we can upgrade too at this point. Yeah.
Each new citizen, our domination grows.
Let's upgrade and get... How is it 50% bonus? Wait, that water isn't mine? Oh, someone actually got that water. Oh, no, that's what happened. I only now realized that I missed the claim on that big water there. Damn it. Okay. That's why I wasn't getting enough. I understand now.
Robotic colony expanded.
I did forget to cash in on whatever I was going to cash in on, wasn't it? This one, yeah. That's fine. We do need to build more electrolysis anyway. So we're just going to go like that. Steel is a decent price too, so that's cool. We need to just keep moving towards our goal of doing stuff off market. Our level is HQ is level 3. We need to be level 5, I believe, to start building them. Well, I'm happy the black market's online, but okay. So now we have tons of water. We have more water than we need, and food is.
Let this be a lesson to you all.
Probably one more food would do us good. We need to start also thinking about getting glass at some point. So for glass we need silicon, for silicon we need silicon. So we need to get silicon, because that's how you get silicon. Oh, hello. There's quite a bit of silicon over there. And chemicals are a shortage of chemicals, but we don't have any means of producing chemicals, so that's sort of not an issue right now. We could make more oxygen, and that way we'll have a lot of fuel, and fuel is going to sell very well off-world. Together with food. Wasn't the food another thing that sold very well? Yeah, so we do need to make more food. Except that we don't have enough money to make more food. So we could sell some steel. Got a lot of money. Put down food, like over here. And potentially put down more food over there as well. Look at the water going nuts. Let's make that cash money business. And so that just our opponents do not relax too much, we could send a power surge their way, just to keep them on their toes.
Rebaltic colony expanded.
And we've probably got another. What is that? Oh, another claim.
8,000, 9,000.
That's probably fine because we can upgrade it. Yeah, no, you guys can have it. I don't really want any more debt right now. I do need more food though. Alright, I want to have like ridiculous amount of food. And we could even get more water. Potentially. If we take this away, then they can have it and can't have 100% on it. Which could work. And we're low on energy nowadays, apparently. Yeah, because we're spending a lot of it. We could get another of these bad boys, which provides like a lot of energy for us, so that's good. And then we need 8 grand to sell some aluminium to get an upgrade. Some steel? No? There we go.
Worker morale is at an all-time high.
Alright, cool stuff. So we're at 4, level 4 of our... Oh, and we just got EMP'd again. And that's our fuel. Oh, look at the fuel level, fuel prices. Yeah, no wonder. But it's only these bad boys are going to be out only for a bit, and we have a lot of carbon. Carbon's very cheap as well. Okay, we're getting silicon, and we're not actually making anything with it. So we should start thinking about getting glass, and we just need more steel. Actually, we could we buy steel? No, let's just wait for this thing to peter out. Steel is also quite expensive, so what I'm thinking is we could put another steel mill here and get 100% bonus on that as well. This guy's still burning, he's not even fixing it. What a strange man. And we're getting enough silicon for now. We have a potential of growth there and expansion, but so far so good. And no one's really at even close to our level of expansion. Everyone's the closest one is Mr. Upgrade here, and he's at 3. Okay, so food is doing well, water is doing well. We could actually sell some food to fund our business right now, because we're still not that close to the off-world market, and we need to start getting glass and electronics. So let's do that. Let's get glass and electronics. Steel is back in business. Iron is okay right now. Where is our iron in general? Actually, where are we getting it from? Oh, that's our iron here. Okay. So far, so good, though. I think it's just the right amount to get steel, because it's just a bit of surplus there. So we need to get glass, and let's do it now. So we're gonna put glass here. What I can do, if I connect these, actually, it's not a bad idea to have this connected, because that way then I could, as my power demand grows, I can go to patent office and research superconduction, which is gonna let me get more power from the things that are connected to my headquarters, which is pretty cool. We could actually build a patent office right now and get that while we're at it. So let's do that. Let's put patent office like right here. Cool. And just to again keep our opponents on their toes, we should potentially let's give him a power surge. I think so. I think, short that glass. Okay, because we are building glass now. Well, we will be soon. And when the patent office is online, we can research the patents and profit from it. Now we're low on water, apparently. How did that happen? Okay. I mean, and it's pretty expensive still. As much as I hate to do this, should probably do this. I'll take this because he can't expand. If the price wasn't so high, then I wouldn't worry about it. Look at the fuel. Awesome. Let's make the cash money business. And how much we need for upgrades? 15 grand. Well, like I said, cash money business. The reason I'm upgrading right now is I want to unlock this more than just having the claims, because I have enough claims as it is. Like, for example, this claim, whatever. I'm okay for now. Actually, as long as it's less than 10, which is the cost of it in the black market, I could potentially get it.
9,000. 10.
Yeah, whatever. You can have it, Mr. Stock. You probably need it more than I do. Kind of stuck there, buddy. Alright, so the patent office is online. Let's get superconductors, because we're going to need that power. And let's get it done. Plus, see, we're actually not doing so well on power. We already need more power. Okay. So cool. Now we just need to start thinking about getting
market is online.
Offworld. We could even siphon someone else's power just to not lose money on it. But we're not losing that much money on it either, so it's cool. We got EMP'd again. Okay. That's fine. Electronics is the next thing we need to get. So let's think about where... What is this again? Oh, this is the water. Okay, that's fine. Let's think about... Just pause for a moment and think about what else we need. So we need chemicals. Chemicals consume 1 fuel. We have a lot of fuel. Well, we would have a lot of fuel if this wasn't happening. We actually have enough fuel. And but we probably should get more glass happening before, or maybe start with electronics, then go to glass, etc. And think about expanding our silicon too, because we don't have this anywhere, do we? We haven't built it yet. No, we haven't. Okay, cool. So let's do that, and another silicon probably, just to keep it coming. Though it is extremely cheap. I don't know. Well, let's wait for it. We don't really necessarily need it. It is like dirt cheap right now. But this isn't. This isn't dirt cheap. So it would be wise for us to actually get this. Okay, did we get virtual reality in the end? I can't remember. Let me see if the patent office says it. Yeah, we have virtual reality. So technically, if we get a pleasure dome, we would get extra money from it. So in order to do that, let's sell off some of this beautiful, beautiful fuel and plop down a pleasure dome. I would think potentially here, because just to spread them out, and they're less likely to be affected by the EMPs severely, because you'll have them like far away, and EMP only affects this is the EMP here, it only affects a certain area. Surge is, I think, only affects 2 or 3 tiles. The purchase underground nuke, which you can also buy from the market, is reduction of your resources. So the amount of the resources goes down because you deploy an underground nuke, which is pretty bad. And then the dynamite is this, like removing this building. I don't know. I think the AI is kind of bugged out. He didn't build it back, or maybe he doesn't need it. And then the mutiny is you get their money for some time, and then Goon Squad is like a protection on the building. So you'll see me using Goon Squad when we do build the off-world, we build the off-world market or off-world launcher. Yeah, the off-world market. So which is basically the spaceship that carries your stuff off-world. And as soon as we get that, we will Goon Squad it, because it's going to be vital to our victory here. Okay. So let's let it run. We're building stuff. We would probably benefit from more glass as well. So let's do that. Probably a good idea.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Screw with us.
See, for example,
With you.
here, someone tried to sabotage their water. but they had Goon Squad there, so it's all good. And also they get whatever they were sabotaging it with as their weapon now, so they can use it, which is a pretty cool mechanic. We're not doing so well on steel, but then again, like, it's pretty cheap, so you know, it's not necessarily a huge problem. Another good thing to build is an engineering lab, which is, you can think of this as like the tech upgrade stuff you get in a lot of RTS games. Maybe we could actually just sell some steel and get it, because it's a cool thing to have. This one, engineering lab, because it increases the efficiency of your different productions, which is very cool. I forgot what we're building here. Completely forgot what we're building. Ah, Pleasure Dome, right. Let's put this guy here. Actually, no, let's do it, because if we need another power, we can put him here and connect it that way. Alright, cool stuff. We do have a lot of silicon. Silicon's still cheap, and it's somehow... Now we don't need it more, for whatever reason, which is weird. And we need electronics, glass, and steel to construct our first Offworld market, and hopefully that's going to happen pretty soon. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, there's the Pleasure Dome. Pleasure Dome is just it's just the income. It brings money, I think, every few seconds. I actually don't know how much it brings in. Let's see. It does consume a lot of power, though. There's that. But we're about to get to the 100% more power if it's connected to the base thing, so that should solve our problem there. Yeah, it's just rakes in cash. Okay, so power should be done in a second there. Yep, and now we are no longer in the red in terms of the power. But what I do want to do is mess up this guy. And just give him something to think about. You know? Oh, what? There they had Goon Squad at the steel mill? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so now we have this thing built as well. And we need to just increase whatever we're not doing too well on. Except that we are actually don't have the money to do it. Now we do. So, you see iron's kind of low. And we're buying it off somewhere else. So if we just increase them a little bit, their production, then we will just not, instead of needing another claim to get more, etc., we're just gonna even it out. We're just gonna be good. Alright, cool. And now, essentially, we're waiting at this point to build our Offworld market. And, you know, keep in mind that we are playing with AI, like, pretty easy AI, so it's at this point, with humans, it would probably be crazy, and someone would be bought out, and someone would be, like, rolling in the dirt, and someone would be rolling in the money, and it would be crazy, etc. But because it's with AI, and the purpose of this video is to kind of show how things go, like a general progression of a game, and some of the mechanics involved in it. And also, speaking of, look at the price of chemicals, Jesus. Okay. What's your chemicals Offworld? Oh, they're pretty expensive. Consumes 1 fuel, but we can just sell fuel instead, can't we? Except that fuel's very cheap. We can buy fuel. You know what? Chemicals. We gotta get chemicals now. This is how I feel about it. You know what? And this is Offworld 5, and chemicals is just a bit more, but we're already invested in this, so I'm just gonna continue to have more electronics. Plus, we do need them to actually build our rockets. So I'll just go with that for now, and then 2 rockets, and then I'm gonna probably have to buy some claims from the market.
Market is online.
Just to make it work for us. Okay, and we did more efficient silicon production, even though it's still kind of low for us. We could potentially probably increase it even more. Not yet. No, we don't have enough money yet. Oh, wait, our Pleasure Dome just got busted. Damn. Repair the Pleasure Dome, okay. We're very close to our stellar dream. Our interplanetary trade dream is going to be real. It's going to become reality pretty soon. Okay, aluminium surplus. Just sell aluminium while it's kind of okay in terms of the price. And I'm gonna ship a lot of fuel off-world. And gonna have a lot of money. Actually, we don't even need that much food. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now we can build it. And we're gonna place it somewhere where not everything together can be. You know what? I'm gonna probably put it here because this and this is our main production. Those are the things that are gonna bring us money. And now that we've built it, after we build it, I'm gonna purchase it probably now and then put the Goon Squad on it when it's ready, when it's built, so that people can't sabotage it, because that's gonna be very important for us to keep that thing going, keep it alive. Even water is pretty expensive right now, surprisingly. We should probably get more. What we could get here that would decrease power consumption, not a problem really. Slant drilling, cold fusion. You know what? That's as good. Thinking machines, because it's gonna let us take less damage from sabotage. So let's see if we can actually reach 36. That's a lot of money. Boy. All right, let's try it. 36 is not gonna happen, is it? Oh, let's do this instead. Almost there. Almost there. All right, cool. There we go. And teleportation actually is gonna be pretty cool too. So let's go with thinking machines first. Let's go with teleportation first, and then we'll do thinking machines. So teleportation allows us to not spend any fuel on the blimps that carry the goods. You can see our water, for example, being carried to us, which is good, and because we can sell that fuel for a huge amount of money off-world, and also thinking machines allows us to have less effects from the EMPs that have been dropping on us like crazy, which is also very good. Alright, so Pleasure Dome should be coming back up in 7 seconds. And we have actually more carbon. If we needed to, we could get more carbon. But we have so much carbon, it's okay. I think it's fine. Okay. Iron production was increased. And energy volt, that's fine. That's okay. Does it appear that they have the patent? Yeah, so it becomes red if they acquire it. That's okay. Energy is not a problem for us at all. Oh, they took our energy thing next to us. Funny. Funny that. Okay, so the dome is back online.
A lesson to you all. Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Okay, yeah, someone Goon Squadded something again. Oh, please not.
Market is online.
Oh, it wasn't me. Alright, cool. Alright, so now that this is up, we need to Goon Squad it to protect it and keep it Goon Squadded as long as we can. But and we can already build a second one because we made a lot of money from, I think, from not being in debt and then having the Pleasure Dome. So we need to put this guy down somewhere. And again, I'm tempted to sell a lot of fuel and just keep it away from everything else. Food is also a good thing to sell. And this is the two things, and I think it's a good idea to have them separate as opposed to two, because a lot of people build them together, and I don't think that's necessarily great. I don't care about this because I have enough power at this point. Though 8,000. Fuck it. Let's go. Not enough time for this, guys. Come on. I'm gonna buy it. It's fine. Or fine, you can have it. It's cool. Alright, acquire your debt. See where it takes you. Alright, so now that this thing is online, actually I forgot to give it stuff to sell. So see, look at the crazy prices. Food on Earth, or sorry, on Mars rather. 91, Offworld 724, or 799 for oxygen, or 758 for fuel. So we're gonna start selling this stuff. And you can queue up, I believe, 6 of them? If I'm not mistaken. Crazy, crazy amount of money to be made. Can I queue up more? 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 Even more? Maybe I can queue up a lot of it, actually. Alright, cool. So all this stuff goes into that. And we can actually not have to worry about the Offworld now. Again, I'm playing this on easy difficulty. It's not going to be as easy when you're... Whoa, whoa, underground nuke. My irons. They killing my irons, I think. By mutiny. Oh, Pleasure Dome mutiny is the best kind of mutiny, isn't it? Oh man, Pleasure Dome with virtual reality and mutiny. Yep. So they're just siphoning our money essentially, which is a decent tactic at that point. Is the other one built yet? No, it's not. So we gotta get another Goon Squad on it too, because this is gonna be a huge amount of money coming in, and we gotta protect that money. Cool. All right. Is there anything we want to sell right now? Let's just get rid of a lot of steel. Okay, steel is now pretty... You know what? We could actually probably turn off one of the steel mills because we're low on iron anyway, and we're buying it, and we're not making money out of it because it's actually more expensive. So I'm gonna turn them off. I don't believe we need it for anything else, and it just costing us money, and now we're making money. So this is another thing to keep in mind when you're playing Offworld, because is it built? No, almost 60. Shipment, come on, go shipment. Ship it. Sell this. Ooh, so much monies. Okay, and Goon Squad immediately.
Expanded.
Excellent. Yeah, so they're only now catching up to us with in terms of
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Look at all the money indeed. And now the second one is going to be working together with it. It's really cool. We can't have
market is online.
We can't have more than 2. But what we can do now, because we have so much cash, we can start buying people out. Like for example, we can start buying out Mr. Stock here, which is the red player. And just get everything they have for claim for ourselves. For example, they have chemicals they produce, which we don't. We just don't have chemicals. We've never made them. And another thing we can do is probably just EMP someone to just mess their stuff up. Look at this beautiful thing happening here. Let's... Oh, they have a lot of electronics they're making. That's not very nice. Let's EMP that. Like so. Alright, cool. And at the same time, since we have so much cash money business, aluminium is doing not too bad. Sell some food, and let's see if we can buy them out. We're gonna get close potentially. And there we go. They're purchased. So now there's 3 competitors left, and the red one became ours. It's our color now. So we're also making chemicals suddenly, and we're low on carbon. Carbon is very cheap, it's fine, and we have a huge supply of carbon. We're making a lot of glass, we're making a lot of electronics. Beautiful. It's wonderful. We can even increase like the carbon production by just pay 4,000 to get better carbon production in an effort to remedy that. And we're making a ton of food, which we can again sell and start buying the next person out, because why not? And that's kind of how you win the game. Again, this is easy difficulty essentially, and it may seem like it's very easy to do. What happened? Oh, teleportation, did I? Oh, cool. I didn't remember I took that. Oh, and thinking machines is very good at this point because we don't have money for it. Let's see. 36. Jesus, that's a lot of money. Sell the glass. Sell more glass. Ooh, aluminium. Almost. Bit of fuel. There we go. Because that will allow us to not suffer from bad effects of sabotage. As much. You still suffer from them, but not as much. So that's kind of the idea. I mean, now it's I don't think anyone can even move in.
Shipment launched. Look at all the money.
I'm looking at all the money. I don't even think anyone can do anything about what we're doing here. We're just
Offworld shipment launched.
we're just that good.
Look at all
In
the
that good of a position. There isn't much that can be done with what we have already accomplished. Just keep selling the fuel, for example, oxygen, food, and we're good. Like, we're essentially good. We're done. We just wait for the money to come in. We even can upgrade our friend Mr. Stock here and get more claims and build more stuff. And and we don't really, we don't need more power. We, you know, again, we're good. I don't know how many times I said this, but we can even sell. Look at this iron going nuts as well. We're just gonna wait for it to, yep, and then sell it off. Made cash money business, and now we're gonna buy out Mr. Upgrade. Done. We can deliver a couple more things, and then we get buy out Mr. Balance. And that's how the game works out. It's much more complicated, obviously, like I said before, in multiplayer against humans or against like the more difficult AI. It's not going to be as easy, and I only covered sort of this type of base, and there's 3 other types of base, which are arguably a little bit harder to use. But still, I mean, you figure out, and like they have their own benefits, etc. So it's really cool way of defining like what kind of strategy you're using during in the game. Let's end this and like quickly take a look at. It does says you win, but I click through it. Let's go to stats. So this is just a general stock price level, I think. Over time, there's quite detailed stuff. This is called the insane resource graph. Then you can look at different resources. There's also resources just that you sold. For example, you can see here that I auto-sold some power, but not that much because it was very cheap. And then I sold quite a bit of... Where's the Offworld bit? There's this thing that says, I think... Sold Offworld. And see, I made a lot of money. Most of the money, in like the biggest group of money is Offworld. Because I sold oxygen fuel and made about 300,000, well, almost $400,000 just by doing that. And you can look at other players as well, obviously. And you can see that no one actually got to the Offworld because, and you know, we're playing on easy, and that allowed us to win. But it's, you know, when the AI does have Offworld, it's very hard competition, and it's a lot of times it's like who gets to that first. But that's not always a determining factor, etc. And there's a lot of other stuff like about your buildings, what was, what were the shortages or surpluses, what technology was researched. I think it's mostly us, wasn't it? Yeah, we just improved iron production, etc., etc. But you can just not do that as well and still win. It depends on what kind of situation you're in, what kind of scenario you're playing. And like I said, it's still RTS. It still requires you to stay focused. You can't really pause the game when you are playing against real like human opponents. So it's sort of fast-paced. Oh God, what am I doing next? Kind of thing. And it does require, so there's some learning curve, but it's not that steep as well. So it's very interesting, again, like I said in the very beginning of the video, it's a very interesting take on a RTS genre. And if you're into like economic simulation and RTS possibly, then I would definitely recommend. This is now out on early access, and it's one of the best early access games probably out there. It costs about £30. It's quite pricey. But it does allow, you know, it does offer a lot at the same time as well. And I doubt that actually the price is going to go up by the time the game is released. But, you know, just my hunch there. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it entertaining. If you did so, please consider supporting the video in any way you can. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.